Hi guys, so today we're going to be learning on how to multiply decimals. So, multiplying decimals. So decimals are different numbers such as 8.40, 78.1, and more. Today you're going to learn what decimals are and how to multiply them. So, firstly, what are decimals? Decimals are numbers with points in them. Another word for this specific number is the whole number, and the point will be known as and. So then the numbers after the point are tenths, hundredths, thousands, etc. So this is 9 and 48 hundredths. So this is 9. This decimal is as known as and. This is 48 hundredths. And then this looks really a bit complicated, but it's not really that complicated once I explain it. So 4 is the whole number because there's an arrow pointing to it, and 4 is the whole number. This decimal point is and, so that'd be 4 and whole number and tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions, all the way to millions. A big number. So that would be 9 is a tenths, 2 is a hundredths, 0 is a thousandths, and 4 is a 10,000th. 8 is a 100,000ths, and 3 is the millions. So you see how the pattern's kind of going? So there could be more than one whole number, but it's always on the left of the decimal point, and the hundredths that end with a THS is always on the right of the decimal point. So this big number would be 4 and 9,002,483 millions. It sounds like a really yucky number. Now we know what decimals are, but how do you multiply them? And so now we're going to know how to multiply them, and I'm going to be showing one example, so make sure you can jot down some notes. So we can solve 2.34 as known as 2 and 34 hundredths times 1 and 2 tenths together. So before I accidentally skipped a slide, but it said always line up the decimals no matter what decimal place they're in. It doesn't feel right, but it's right. So we're going to be doing an example together. And well, first of all, as you can see the steps right here, line up the dots, fill in the spaces, and start multiplying. And these are 3 easy steps that we can use, as known as tricks. So even if there's like a space with no 0, technically it is 0, but it would be more better if there was like a 0 there. And sometimes there's zeros where we don't even have to use them. So that means if there's a 0 after, like below a number, like listen, wait, look at this. So it was 2 point, okay, you can't see that, 0.84 and 1.2. As you can see, the 1.2, it should have, according to decimal places, the 2 should have been below 4 and the 1 should have been below 8. But as you can see, the decimal places are lining up. That's why you always need to line up the dots. So an easy way you can start doing this is we did number 1, we lined up the dots. Now we fill in the spaces. And there's one space we need to fill in. And we fill in with 0. And now we can start multiplying. We're good right now. Don't mind that decimal. Okay, so now that we started multiplying, we should multiply it like, so as you can see, there's a 0 right here, right? This we don't need. So we can just skip on to this 2. And we can start multiplying with cross them, you know, 2 times 4, and then 2 times 8, and then 2 times 2, and you can do the same with 1 also, but we don't need to do the 0. The 0 is just extra work, and this is a shorter way. 2 times 4 is 8, and then 2 times 8 is 16. Carry the 1 and you write a 6. And then 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1, 5. Oh God. Hold on, wait, 5.68, but that's not that's not the one. So as you can see, we need to make an extra 0 because 1 is a whole number. It's in a bigger place value. So we need to add an extra 0 below the 8. And now 1 times 4 is 4, and then 1 times 8 is 8, and then 1 times 2 is 2, and then we can add that all together. So 8 plus 0 is 8, 6 plus 4 is 10, decimal, let me keep the decimal, and 6 plus 8 would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 8 plus 6 is 14. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. And so our answer is 34 8/800. And as you can see, I said 800ths because 800ths, the one that ends with THS. And the reason is because you always say the last place value of the actual number at on the right of the decimal. Like this is 2 decimal places, so this is tenths and that's hundredths. And we always say the place value that it ends with, and it ends with tenths, hundredths. So we say 34 and 800ths. Now I think we understood. A few more slides to go. Now you can try one yourself and make sure you comment your answer and your question. You know, if you have like a journal or something, then you could just try like a problem similar to this one, and you could comment how you did it. You can also comment how you did it and what you did. And here's a quick reminder. Before you do it, you need to know, fill in the spaces with 0 and always line up the dots, even if the decimal places don't match. It's a must. Or else the answer you get is wrong. Now, here's a small pause. What's your favorite dessert? Make sure you share it in the comments below. Mine is chocolate ice cream with sprinkles. Yum. They're delicious. Now here's a quick recap on the decimal places. Whole number, decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and millions. And I think you guys are pretty familiar with that. A whole number is the number on the left of the decimal. And the decimal place values are on the right of the decimal point. As you can see, 4 is the tenths because it's right after the decimal. Then 9 is a hundredths because it's 2 places after the decimal point. And then thousands is, 2. And then 10,000s and 100,000s and millions. And if we wanted to go more than millions, it would be 10 millions, 100 millions, 1,000 millions. Wait, not 1,000 millions. Just 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. So that would be 10 millions, and then 100 millions, and then millions. And it's not that difficult. Yeah, so once you get it all explained and all in your head, then you can understand it properly, and it's not difficult. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new. And don't mind those faces. And also I hope you watched that video I made 2 years ago when I was 9, and now I'm 12. So yeah, and my birthday's coming like next month. So yeah, peace out, bye.